Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some delicious and super easy peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. So let's get started. First off, preheat your oven to 350 so it's nice and hot. And now in the medium bowl, we're gonna combine the dry ingredients, starting with 2¼ cups or 270 grams of all-purpose flour. Perfect. To puff our cookies up, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda will do the trick. Peanut butter cookies are so good for 2 reasons. 1, peanut butter, delicious. 2, peanut butter makes everything really tender. Like, it does melt in your mouth in a very pleasant way. So, these cookies combined with chocolate are a no-brainer. For some balance, we're using 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now our scale is done for the moment. Grab a whisk and we'll mix it up. Mix. And by the way, if you like my recipes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new videos every week. Nice and mixed, we're gonna set that aside, and now you can grab your stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment or a big bowl in your hand mixer. Did you know that in Dutch, peanut butter is called pindakaas, which translates to peanut cheese? It's true. And in Dutch and German, gloves are called hand shoes because they're shoes for your hands. Into the bowl of my stand mixer, I'm adding 1 cup or 226 grams of unsalted room temperature butter. Room temperature butter is nice and soft. Look at that. Bendy, flexible, and will mix in really well. That's 2 sticks. 1½ cups of peanut butter, and you could use smooth peanut butter, you could use chunky peanut butter, but in both cases, you want to use a processed one. See this? Look at this. This is not just peanuts, there's other stuff in here too, including sugar and salt and some emulsifiers, and that's fine. If you wanted to use natural peanut butter, you can, but you better mix your little heart out, and they're not gonna taste exactly the same, but they'll be delicious still. This is 396 grams or 400 if you wanna go crazy. For the sugars, I will use the scale. I want 165 grams or 3/4 cup of light brown sugar. If you have any rocks in your sugar, just break them up. And 2/3 cup or 135 grams of granulated sugar. I added too much. My cookies will be too sweet and delicious now. If you want to reduce the sugar in any recipe, unless it's super finicky like a macaron, you can, but it'll be less sweet and the texture will change. Sugar softens things, so it gives you that really melt in your mouth or delicate texture. The less sugar, the more hard and bready they are, which some people like. My mom likes that. Now we can mix this up. I'll take that spatula out. Medium speed for about 3 minutes or until it's light and fluffy. And yes, you can scrape the bowl down. There we go. Let's get to mixing. This is looking great. Everything is nice and soft, but I will scrape the bowl down just one time. I do see some very gentle streaks of butter at the bottom. This cookie recipe, including basically any peanut butter recipe you see, comes from America. We are the ones who love peanut butter more than anybody else in the world. Not provable. It's been 3 minutes, so I'm gonna add 2 large eggs in. Let's do that one at a time. You should crack these into a bowl so you can make sure there's no shells. I'm not doing it. And 2. I see a few streaks of dark peanut butter, so I'll give this a scrape down. This has a lovely texture. You can see how aerated it is right now. Beautiful. 2 teaspoons of vanilla for flavor. Mix that in. Loves it. With your mixer on the lowest setting, we're gonna add the flour in gradually. Mixing just until almost combined. Perfect. This recipe is so fast, it's just wild. For the chocolate flavor, 1.5 cups or 270 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you want to use bittersweet or milk chocolate, you can. The cookies will not explode. Mix that for like 3 seconds. Good. These cookies have no chill time, so grab a scoop, line 2 rimmed baking sheets with parchment paper, and we're gonna scoop them up. Just to make sure, you can use your spatula and run it through. We're looking for giant pools of chocolate chips or areas with none. Okay, that looks lovely. Scoop your dough into 3 tablespoon-sized portions, spaced roughly 2 inches apart. You can make this dough up to 24 hours in advance and just keep it in the fridge. Or you could portion it out and freeze the cookie dough for up to 3 months. Once baked, your cookies will last for 3 days in an airtight container at room temperature, or 3 months if you freeze them. Or eat them all right now. Continue scooping your dough until it's all gone. These could go straight into the oven, or you could press a few chocolate chips on top just so they look a little prettier. They'll be nice and shiny and gooey right out of the oven. And if you wanted a little extra hit of salt, some Malden's flaked sea salt on top would be nice. My cookies are ready to go into the oven, 350 for 12 to 14 minutes until the edges are golden, but the centers are still soft. If you want a crisper cookie, give them more bake time. In you go. And just like that, your peanut butter chocolate chip cookies are ready to enjoy. I love how tender peanut butter makes things. They kind of like burst in your mouth and dissolve in the most pleasant way. And peanut butter and chocolate are a match made in heaven. I hope you get a chance to make this easy recipe, and if you like my videos, hit that subscribe button and check out my cookie playlist.